gonna show on Hennessy's Bean About. Coffee while we're on the go on Hennessy's Bean About. Learn everything you need to know about coffee, cause we're here to show. Been here, been there on Hennessy's Bean About. Learn everything you need to know about coffee, cause we're here to show. Been here, been there on Hennessy's Bean About.
Welcome to another episode of Hennessy's Bean About. Today we're at the Port Macquarie Historical Museum. We've got Lil to show us around today. Let's go and have a look at what's going on at the museum here in Port Macquarie.
Naturally, we start with the Aboriginals. They were here first. These were just some of the artefacts that we have. This is the sort of clothing that the soldiers wore during their time of looking after the convicts here. There's one of the convicts, and this is Bernard Brady, who was whipped very regularly. He was whipped 75 lashes for not doing his work. This room has been our beginnings. This was just the beginnings of Port Macquarie and when it was a penal colony. This is just our temporary exhibition. This was called Dress Sense, and it's dresses from the 1950s to the 1980s.
It's great to see these pieces here, but I reckon some of these are back in fashion, Lil.
Yes, I think they are too, yes.
What comes around goes around.
It usually does. And here is poor old Teddy Dingwall, who was a prisoner in the Port Macquarie jail. He was sentenced for horse stealing. Oh, this is the model of the jail that Teddy stayed at. The jail was demolished in about 1900.
It's a great model.
It is a great model. It's one of our volunteers did the model. They made all the models. Everything that we've got in here now is volunteer labour.
Yeah. Looks like quite a good gun collection here, Lil.
Yes, we've got quite an extensive gun collection, all types of guns, from pistols to rifles.
Yep.
And some cannonballs there. Now this is the hall of shops that we have. As you can see round the bottom there, they have all different styles of brickwork.
Yep.
This is just an old telegraph and post office. This is our toy shop. A lot of the things, the tea sets are over 100 years old, and these little dollies are over 100 years old. We have this is another temporary display that we have here. It's called Government.
Yep.
We come along to this is musical instruments, remembering that all of this, most of our museum is before electricity.
Yep.
So we haven't got any electronic things in here.
Look at that beautiful mandolin up there.
Yes, there's lots of old things. Once again, we're so lucky, everything has been donated. This is our old clocks that we have a collection of, and different pocket watches. This is a calendar clock that has the two faces. That was very important, or popular at the time.
Yep.
This is Innes Mansion, the model of the Innes Mansion. Major Innes was a commandant that looked after the convicts when it first came up, and he was granted land. He was granted 2,000 acres just out of Port Macquarie, and he built this mansion. He started in the 1840s, I think early 1840s, and continued on. It had 22 apartments. That was the stables over there. He had a library and a ballroom. They used to have dancing every night. He had chandeliers that had 1,000 crystals hanging from them. And he had a Scottish piper that came in to play the music, but they used to pipe him to bed, pipe him to wake up. Yes, he had a toilet, a flush toilet in the ruins. It was a Wedgwood toilet. We found that when we were doing the archaeological dig.
So that's just a little quick snapshot of the Port Macquarie Historical Museum. Next time you're in Port Macquarie, come down and visit Lil and some of the other volunteers and go through what is an amazing collection of Port Macquarie history. See you next time. Here at Westport at the Aqua Cafe, they showcase a range of beverages. Today we're going to talk about chai masala. Now this is a blend of tea specifically made for the Aqua dining experience. A range of different flavours with the chai masala. There's a range of different teas that they offer here. Tea is as big as offering in coffee in some of these dining experience locations. So what we're going to do is we're going to make you a chai masala tea, and this is how we're going to break it down. In most cafes nowadays, you do not want to be serving a teapot, a 4-cup teapot. You want to be going back to these single cup teapots where you can actually work off someone ordering a cup of coffee, they can order a cup of tea. This will be coming in our leaf tea, into our infuser, into our teapot. A great experience for those who love the tea culture. Now this 1-cup teapot will bring out a great tea. Look at the colours, some lovely rose, cinnamon, ginger flavours. We can already smell a great offering. How would you serve this tea in your cafe setting? Well, at the Aqua dining experience, we have the chai masala is generally served with milk or honey or both. Let's just add a little of these beautiful flavours. Let's just add a little bit of milk to this offering. And here we are, a favourite, or current favourite out in the cafe market, the chai masala tea. Cheers. Just over an hour's drive north of Port Macquarie is Trial Bay Jail. The jail was established when the New South Wales colonial government at the time voted with £10,000 in 1870 to build a breakwater to form a safe harbour at Trial Bay. This impressive structure was built as an experimental public works jail where the inmates would construct the prison. Plagued by financial and contractual problems, the jail was finally completed in the 1900s. But within 3 years the project was abandoned and the jail was closed in 1903. The jail was reopened during World War I and used as a German internment camp, and at war's end all the movable buildings and materials were removed and the jail was closed. Controlled by the National Parks and Wildlife as a heritage site, Trial Bay Jail is one of the most popular tourist attractions on the New South Wales mid-north coast. To enhance that cafe experience, we have a range of Da Vinci syrups that we utilise in our cafes, and here at Aqua Cafe they do the same. The Da Vinci range of syrups from caramel, hazelnut, a whole range of different flavours, to the Italian sodas. There's something for Da Vinci for everybody. You'll see this brand in all great cafes. If you see the Da Vinci brand, you know you're getting a great product. Look for this in your local cafe. The 2011 Brita Professional Barista Cup was an outstanding success, and the 2012 challenge is shaping up to be even bigger and better. Last year we had contestants from the mid-north coast, Sydney and the southern areas of New South Wales. The grand final was held at Darling Harbour with hundreds of people watching as the grand finalists battled it out to be #1 in the Barista Challenge. Contestants provided judges with 3 drinks, an espresso, cappuccino and latte. Then they were given the opportunity to create a signature drink which could contain alcohol. It was fantastic to see a whole range of drinks being produced that wowed not only the judges but the audience. Last year's winner was Paul Ying from Revesby Workers Club, who took home a prize of a 2-week P&O cruise. The Brita Professional Hot Club Barista Challenge provided everybody with the opportunity to showcase what they did within their own setting and promote their own club, cafe and licensed premises. What an exciting event, can't wait for 2012. For more information about the 2012 Brita Professional Barista Cup, please contact hennessycoffee.com.au or follow us on Facebook at Hot Club Cup. Can't wait to see everybody at the 2012 Hot Club Barista Challenge. See you next time on Hennessy's Been About.
Here's some fun we're gonna show on Hennessy's Been About. Coffee while we're on the go on Hennessy's Been About.